Hi friends, welcome back to Giri Filmmaking. This is me, Giri. Today I'm going to do a quick tutorial on how to do color correction and also how to make your own LUT for your short films or whatever things that you do, like vlogs or anything. It's quite easy. I'm using Premiere Pro software in here. Let's get into Premiere Pro software. And before that, this is actually a footage from my latest short film, that is Best Camera in 2020. If you missed that short film, if you want to watch it, so please click on the link above. It's actually cool tutorial. It's not long. It's only like around maybe 3 minutes or something. So if you look at this screen, when I finished the color correction and LUT, you can see this is the final result I got. This is kind of like a cinematic footage. This is what I want, and I want that to be created more like a like a blue tone kind of stuff, because this entire scene is actually happening at night time, so that's why I just want to do that way. So I'll turn that off, and you can see this is actual footage, and I used the Samsung Galaxy S8 phone for this short film. So okay, let's get into the tutorial. So whatever color correction things, effects that I added, I will create an adjustment layer and add it on that one. Adjustment layer is another kind of layer to which we can add a lot of effects. To create an adjustment layer, what you can do is you go to the project panel, and you right click on there, and new item, you can create an adjustment layer. So once that adjustment layer comes in here, you can just drag and keep it in here. So the adjustment layer is here. Once the adjustment layer is here, there is two instances of lumetri that you can see. Lumetri color can be added from effects panel. I used two, one for white balance color and color correction. Honestly, I haven't done any color white balance correction because I didn't do any correction on the shadows or blacks, because I kind of like got what I want in camera. So we have these two instances in here of lumetri color, and the first one, that's what we're looking at. So I haven't done any shadow or black or white adjustment in here. I haven't added any LUT at this stage, and then I go to curves. This is where I did a bit of change, because you can see I have reduced the red a bit. I'll turn off that and see like that this is the actual shot, and the red is actually higher in here. So when I looked at it, okay, I see that the red in the highlight areas are higher. So this is actually the highlight area of the curve. This is actually the midtones, and this is the shadow area. So if I decrease, so this is the actual shoot value of red. So if I reduce the red on the highlight areas, you can see like only in the areas of highlights actually coming down. So just for the study purpose, I'll show you, like if I want, because this is 0 and this is actually the light value is actually going up. So in the shadow area, if I want to increase the red, so you can see like the shadow area red is actually going up. So I'll kind of like keep it like that. So with the white, I haven't changed anything. With the green, I haven't changed anything. With blue, I increased slightly on the highlight area, because I want, like I said, I want the tone to be more towards blue. I just only increase lightly. So that is the correction part. So then coming to the LUT part, the interesting part, because this has actually been a hectic place for everyone, and recently James Matthews done a tutorial on how to make a LUT using Photoshop, and that's actually insane. And I saw that like a few months ago, but I haven't got a chance to practice it. This is the first project that I practiced that one, and I was kind of like really amazed, and I got good results. So that's why I thought like I'll make a tutorial. Actually, you have to go and watch his tutorial. It's actually really cool. But I'll tell a quick one in here. So what we have to do is I'll turn on that so we can see what we do. No, I'll turn off that one. So this is when we've done just the white balance and color, basic color correction. And after that, what we had to do is we had to save this frame, like to take a still from this frame, from this video. So before that, what I have to do is I have to click on here, then your frame is actually captured, and you save it by clicking OK. So I already saved it, and then I'm going to go to Photoshop and open that clip in there. So I'll turn off the changes that I have done. So this is the actual clip or the frame that I captured from there, and because I have made some changes in there, I'll show you how we start with this one. So this is the actual frame, so the one layer is there. So what I have to do is I have to go to layer, and I have to click on new and save, no, actually create a background from layer. So a background is being created. Next I go to layer again, and this is where the magic is. You go to new adjustment layer, and you go to hue and saturation and click OK. So you can see there's a new panel come up, and if you select any of these colors, you can make adjustment with that one. Okay, so basically it's like if you are red in somewhere, you can adjust only that color value with this layer. So you can see, just for an example, if I want to change the red, what I've done was like I go to reds, and then if I want to reduce the saturation of red, just reduce it. See, the saturation of red is actually coming down, but the saturation of blue and green is actually still there. And same with the lightness. If you want to like decrease the light, you can decrease the light only for the red values, but red is actually everywhere, so that's why the value is coming down. But you can see the blue is okay, the green is actually okay, the lights are. So likewise you can do like a lot of changes. So you can go back to the clip, the project where I've done the changes. So this is what I've done with hue in here. So when I click on hue, you can see on reds, reduce the saturation of red a bit and increase the lightness a little, and the hue slightly changed. And for the blues, I did increase the value of blue because I have blue in here, and I want to pop the value of blue up a bit. Then if I go to magenta, did I do any changes in magenta? No. Okay. With the yellows, I have changed because I increased the value of yellow because I want the skin color of mine would be like popping up a bit more. See, so this is the actual color. If I have done this one in here, my skin value would be looking like this when I show the video on Premiere Pro. But what I have done was like I select yellow in here because the color of the skin in here is right now yellow. So I increase the lightness of yellow. So it's not increasing the entire video or entire frame. It's only increasing the lightness value of yellow. That's actually cool. And I've been actually looking for this technique a lot, and I couldn't find it. Previously, what they've been doing was like they're selecting the like face, then tracking it and then changing like that. But I find this one is quite easier, and by doing this way, and then you can do like a lot of things. I've done a bit of color balancing, and then selective. I adjusted the level a bit to give a bit more depth and contrast to the frame. The reason why I didn't do color correction, no, actually the levels adjustment, the shadows and blacks in the Premiere Pro, because I want to do that in here because it was quite a bit easier in here when I'm doing this. So I did all this instance in here. So once we done everything, what you have to do is you have to go to File and then go to Export and select color lookup table, and then whatever name you want to put in there, you can put in there. Then actually in first time when you do that, all these 4 boxes will be ticked, so you can just untick that, just to select only the cube, then go to OK. Then you can type in and save as like my LUT final, or like my favorite LUT, or my first LUT, whatever you want. Then click save. So I saved that already. So what I'm going to do is I go to Premiere Pro, then I go to the second instance where I have so if you have 2 instances of Lumetri in here, you have to go in here and select the LUT added, or like whatever name that you put for the limit tree, and then you go to browse, you select your LUT from there. So I have done this LUT, so my LUT for final, and I select that. That's the change that it's gonna make. So I'll turn off the LUT and show you. So this is before LUT, this is with the LUT. Okay, and pretty much that's it. And I have done the same for the night mode and everything, because in some scenes I have the blue I want to pop up, and I want to control the red and everything. So what I have done, so in this scene I want to like increase the value of blue a lot, so I did the same technique in here, no, actually I didn't do this. Yes, I created this light called night shoot 1, and I added that light, and basically I increased the blue and adjust the red, so that kind of stuff. Anyway, basically this is it, and if you like this video, please subscribe, and I will try to make more tutorials like this. Anyway, keep connected, and also don't forget to press the bell icon so you'll get notification more tutorials out. Bye bye.